Yo, 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 what's up? It's Winning Wednesdays. Hope y'all can hear me all right by out there. Let's do a little sound check. Let me know, can y'all hear me real well? Can you hear me real well? Let's get this opened up here. Nope, you can't hear me? Then how'd you know what I was saying? What's up, everybody? This is Winning Wednesdays. If you don't know what Winning Wednesdays is, this is a small segment that I do. My name is Rich Regal. If you don't know, now you know. Every Wednesday, I try to take this first hour before country rap shit comes on and highlight an artist that's working within the country rap lane or very close to, or not even necessarily just an artist, but somebody that I think is, okay. uh, Somebody that I think is winning. Whether it's just they're pushing really hard and they got their stuff together, or in life they might be winning. Maybe they just bought a new house. Last week we had Odd Job on, and he just bought a new house. Him and his wife. So that's what we try to highlight here, and I try to peel back the layers of some of these artists so you guys get a chance to get to know them a little bit. Um, and if you guys have a question that you want to ask, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. This is a more quieter, I guess you would say, podcast than country rap shit. We're not as hype here usually. Sometimes we do get hype, but this is a chance to kind of breathe and take it down a notch and really get to know these artists and get to know what they are about and how they became the person that they are. Man, that lamp back there is driving me crazy. I put that new lamp in right back there, and it is bright as hell. But if you guys don't know and you didn't see it in the description, we have Zilla Gorilla tonight. He's going to be coming up with us. I'm going to be asking some questions to him about his life and where he came from. Also getting his take on WTMF Presents. As you guys know, I own and run WTMF Presents. I buy shows. I run shows for other promoters. I do a lot of stuff. So putting all that together. Oh, I think we lost him already. We'll get him back here in just a second. But with WTMF Presents, what I try to do is put artists in a position to be able to win. Some people may agree with that. Some people may not. And that's quite all right. But I always try to put people in a position to be able to win the best can. It's not always just people that I like. It's people that I see working, people that I see doing the right things in this business. There is a protocol to this business. There is a kind of a system that has to be followed to keep order. And that's not no controlling or anything like that. It's just the way things go. So we try to keep things in a positive way. Winning Wednesdays is all about winning. Like I said, this week we've got Zilla Gorilla. I feel like he's winning because I've been watching this dude grind his ass off for quite a few years now. He just recently came back up here to Ohio. He's putting in the work. He's got great music. He's adapted to new sounds and stuff that I've recently gotten to hear that I was blown away to hear. He's got a great stage performance. He's great with people. He's positive. He's also in the body modification world, which obviously we know that I've been a tattoo artist for quite some years. So we've related on a lot of levels. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring up my homie Zilla Gorilla.
White trash motherfucker.
What's crackling, dog?
What's happening?
Same old. You got a little bit of a cutout in your stuff, but it's not bad. We'll be right back.
Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just reading. So how's your week been? How was your trip back home from the great state of Ohio?
Well, other than my gooch hurting, it was good. I seen a lot of things. I enjoyed it. But that was a long ride. I ain't gonna lie. So today, I went to the DMV, and I got my little star, motherfucker. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you better get that star. Shout out Chop Easy for putting us on to that.
Just be glad y'all ain't had to go to DMV in Phoenix City, Alabama, because I sat there 5.5 hours. Oh, yeah.
Nah,
Yep.
I ain't
7:20 in the morning, I was up there wiping coal out of my eyes, and there was 20 people already in front of me. Been there since 6:45. What the fuck? Like,
I couldn't.
I was like,
bro. I
balls
don't
to
have
the wall,
patience.
man. I can't stop. I'm there to get my shit. So, I mean, you know, it is, you know, it is what it is. Aggravating.
Got to do it. Gots to do it.
My license expired when I was gone. I didn't know it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I stopped
at least
to get a pack of cigarettes, and they scanned it, and they said, sir, your shit's invalid, sir. I said, what the fuck?
Give me 1 second. Sorry, OG Justice. I'm sorry I wasn't reading every single message because we're having an interview right now. We don't play any music for this hour-long show. This is Winning Wednesdays. This is where I interview artists, so you guys get to know a new artist. Maybe you end up being a fan, maybe not. But that's what this segment is for. We do not play any music, so I'm sorry if I missed your question. I was not ignoring it.
But don't fret, because in about an hour or two, guess what? Top Easy will be up.
Yes, and you can submit to countryrapshit@gmail.com. You can always submit there every single night. Every night he takes submissions and he plays all different kinds of music. Don't get upset, please, anybody, if he doesn't get to your song right away. He has a lot of submissions that come through. We got a lot of topics to talk about, a lot of things to do in a short amount of time. So just bear with him. Chop is dealing with a lot on this podcast. It's a lot of work. A lot of people think we just get on here and we're like, oh, hey, and we just kind of wing it. But especially Chop got a lot of work behind the scenes. Colt's done a lot of work behind the scenes for this podcast. So please bear with everybody. Shout out Banjo Cliff. That's my motherfucking dog.
Yeah, I like Banjo. Banjo's cool folks, man.
Banjo is both of our stuff cutting out? Is it mine and his?
I mean, your video is
I've got full connection. It's storming out here, and I live out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
So sorry about that, guys. We got, at least I've got bad weather. I don't know if he's got bad weather down there, but we got bad weather, and I live in the middle of nowhere, so sometimes it gets a little bit fuzzy, but usually my sound is all right. But we're gonna get right into it. Hopefully we keep you all on here with our internet breaking up a little bit, but we can only do what we can do.
That's right.
So I want to get right into it and ask you, what inspired you to mix the different blends of music that you mix? Because you mix a lot of different styles of music. Like what caused this gumbo of music?
Winging it. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I get in front of a microphone and I just spit on some beat that I just came across and I really enjoyed, and I made sure it was legal, and I either purchased it or I had it made for me.
Good answer.
I mean, that's actually real. I've been winging it since day one. Dude, I've been winging it since day one, man. I've been doing this 5 years now, man. I've been winging the hell out of it. So what you're seeing is real progression.
And that tells me that everything that you're doing is straight from the soul, because you're not trying to be something that you're not. You're just making music, and how it comes out, that's how it comes out.
Oh, I'm solid.
That's as organic as you get.
Yeah, I'm just me. It depends on what mood I'm in. It depends on what project I'm working on, because I've had some projects like, with Mark Paddock and them, and, he already had it made and just sent it over, and I was like, oh, shit, well, I got to fill in the blank. So, it is what it is. I work well. Like, you can put me in any studio situation around some fellas or whatever, or females, whatever. They all fellas, but I can sit down and work with anybody, really. I feel like, I mean, even if it's complicated, it's just a challenge. I mean, challenge accepted.
And that's what this is about. Is we've got to take challenges to be able to progress. Well, you don't progress if you stay in the same spot. So,
oh, you cut out on me.
oh. Yeah, I've got pretty good service over here, so I hope. Yeah, I got good service. You there? You got me?
Yeah, I hear you fine. Yeah. I was looking at my bars at the top of my phone, making sure I'm still running 5G. Yeah, I am.
Huh? I don't know. Mine, like I said, it's crappy weather out here, but I've got full bars. But we're gonna go right. That's gonna put me right into my next question. So when you are doing a song, do you like how do you approach it? How do you write the song? Do you start with the beat? Do you start with the lyrics? Do you start with a premise or a story that you want to tell?
All of the above. It depends on the project, really. Like when I'm writing music for myself, when it's just me and there's not a subject at hand, I kind of let my emotions pour into the beat, if that makes sense.
I feel that. And again, that just shows that it's organic. It's raw. It's not scripted. Shout out to the chat, by the way. Y'all are killing it, and thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Make sure you share it out too. We're just going to run through. I've got a lot of questions that we can run through, so we can bang these out. A lot of people want to sit here and they'll give me a 3-hour explanation. Sometimes that we don't need all that, and you're answering the questions exactly how I would answer them right now because
I'm a rapper.
Kind of the same I use. He said, "Yeah, I'm a rapper." So, do you remember the first time that you realized, like, what was that moment when you realized, "Hey, I'm a rapper," or I'm an entertainer, or I'm a singer, or whatever?
When I
whatever you want to classify that.
When I dapped up Cool Joe Goody. When I dapped up Cool Joe Goody from the Goody Mob, and he looked me in the eyes, and he listened to my song, and he said, "All right." I didn't really know what he meant by that. And then my second encounter was Big Poe.
And that's that moment. You know, we all have that moment when we realize, hey, I'm on to something. There it is.
Yeah. I was on stage. They were both in concert together. I think TJ Freakin' Samrock and Stormy Lee was there with us, and it's my first show ever. I was on stage. My hand was shaking like a leaf holding a microphone. It looked crazy. I mean, I don't know if other artists has ever faced that, but I had what they call stage fright, with no excuses. So it was all or nothing. Even though my hands were shaking, I killed the set. Big Poe took me outside, and we did a whole video vlog about it.
That's what's up. That's dope. And that's that comfort zone. I always tell people, get out of your comfort zone. You don't want to be comfortable all the time, because when you're not comfortable, you're growing.
I think it was the adrenaline. Because when you're on stage, it's like a shot of adrenaline. And I didn't know how to control it then. I'm way better at it now.
They're talking about here. I don't know if you can see the comments, but they're talking about how on the backdrop your beard is matching the backdrop picture.
Hell yeah, let's see if we can make it work better. There it is. Hell yeah. It's art. Life is art. Life imitates art. That's what we do. We're artists. See? Check it out.
Said Rich Zilla.
Hell yeah. White trash motherfucker.
White trash motherfucker. So how did experiences growing up, how did that shape who you are, not just as an artist, but who you are as a human today, as a person, as a businessman, as a companion? How did your upbringing influence?
So you want to go all the way down to the nitty gritty?
Hey, let's get it. It's Winning Wednesdays. I
was born in Warm Springs, Georgia, a small town, about 790 population. I was a latchkey kid growing up. I was a troubled kid. I didn't have a father in my life. I had father figures, but I did not have a father. By the time I'm going to go ahead and skip. Well, no, I ain't. No, I ain't. I'm finna, first grade, I got locked in the closet by a teacher, and it really fucked me up and traumatized me. I didn't trust adults. So. I didn't trust anybody. I went off. A kid was trying to mess with me, and as far as I remember now, I mean, that was a long time ago. I'm 37 now, so me and a kid had an altercation. I got really deep into my feelings. Everybody started picking on me in the whole class, and I went ape shit. I started flipping tables. I started jumping on tables. Started yelling and screaming. Felt like the whole world was against me, and I got locked in a dark closet for that by my first grade teacher, and it traumatized me. It really fucked me up. Long story short, that was the worst thing I could think of that happened at an early age. Moving on through elementary school, I was always a problem child. I was always having conflictions with either authority or the children themselves. I learned how to fight because I got punched in the eye by a big old black boy named Rodney Dunlap. I remember like it was yesterday, and I name dropped him because we're friends now. And yeah, swallowed my noodle real good. They taught me how to take a hit and to watch my motherfucking mouth. Anyways, going through school was tough for me. I was a quick learner. I was a fast learner. Common sense was very strong within me, but I didn't want to deal with the people. So, long story short, I went through school. I ended up getting kicked out of public school by 7th grade. I went to the alternative school program, and then that's when all the bad stuff happened. And I spent, without saying too damn much, I spent a lot of time. I went to 3 tours in juvenile detention all throughout Southeast. And I kept getting traded off, kept getting handed off. I've never had really good experience with people of authority, like principals, school teachers, preachers, whatever it may be. They always down me. You know, you ain't never gonna be nothing. The same story that you heard many times. And there is adults out there that do children that way. And it was done to me. By the time I was in high school, I had a pregnancy scare with this girl, a way older girl that I was messing with. And I was thinking about quitting school anyways, and I was going through a lot of emotions. And I ended up having a problem with the principal himself, and I did end up going to jail for it. But he slammed me up against the wall, told me I wasn't never going to be nothing, I wasn't never amount to nothing. I'll probably be dead in the grave, blah, blah, blah. Y'all already know where I'm going. And I pushed him. He fell. He hit his head. I was looking at adult charges. I did go to the sheriff's department. Thankfully, my mother, knew the sheriff in the county I was in. I was in Troop County. That's where I went to high school at. Yeah, Bubble Sparks land. Fucking. Anyways, I'm trying to get to the nitty gritty without dragging this out.
Oh, you're good.
Throughout life, I had jobs. I worked dead end jobs with lame pay. I got hired and fired the same day. You know what I'm talking about. I finally got my shit together when I joined the tattoo industry. How did I get in the tattoo industry? Well, I'm not proud of it, but I peddled a little pot. And I got caught outside of the tattoo studio because I was told to pull up on somebody that needed something there. Well, the tattoo studio was ran by this biker by the name of Scott Strucy. He was from Louisiana. And Scott Strucy didn't play no shit. So, either I was going to get my face kicked in, or I was going to work it off. Needless to say, I didn't get my shit pushed in. And I become an apprentice at the tattoo studio, which I thought was freaking cool any damn way. I needed somewhere to go and get off the freaking street. I had already had my son at this point. So I say kid, but I was like, 19, 20, 21. And then I went and trained in Louisiana by Miss Jackie Grayson down at RX Tattoo. She was the first black woman-owned studio in the French Quarter. Shout out. Miss Jackie gave me a whole life. And then, it's was touch and go from there. I moved all over. I went to Venice Beach, California, found out how much of a goddamn hick I am. I moved to Atlanta on 2 terms. Worked in dead end tattoo studios there. You know, there are good ones and bad ones. And I've just traveled around, you know, and then I met my wife, and we have 2 children in between us. I have another child, a girl child that lives in a different household, and I have a son that I don't ever get to see, not of my choosing. But he's almost 18, so you know how that goes. And I ain't got nothing but open arms, baby, because I love my children. My children come before anything. I'm a man first, but I'm gonna tell you what, I'm a father above that. So there's that.
Straight.
And I've been working in the tattoo industry now 14 years, professional body piercer by trade. Started off as a scabby, and I worked my way up, and I kept in touch with professionals in the industry that are way higher than me and way more knowledgeable and educated than I am. And I've learned everything I know from that and actual doing. As far as the music goes, I mean, I've only been doing it 5 years. And it all started with I Bet You Can situation, because I was working in a studio over here in Phoenix City, Alabama. And my homeboy, his name is Brandon. His artist name is now Croissant. He did blow up a little bit, and he's a scream rapper. So this is where my dark edge comes from, if that makes sense. I mean, I grew up on Limp Bizkit and Korn and Deftones like everybody else, but this is where my dark side came from. And we decided that we was going to be us rappers. Because he said he was going to do it, and I was like, no fucking way, dude. If you do it, I'm going to fucking do it. Watch me. And that's where it all started, man, dead ass. And the longer I went and the more I practiced and the more time I took with it, look, man, I've touched so many hands within a small five years I've been doing this. I've opened up for Head PE, Rehab, Cujo Goody, like we talked about earlier, Boondock Kings, who else? Boondocks, the Juggalo rappers, Boondocks with the X. Who else was it? Cottonmouth Kings. Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, dude. And all these people drop knowledge on me. Haystack, I opened up Haystack one time. There's so many other people. Big Poe on many occasions. He likes me a lot for some reason. I don't know, but I like his big country ass too. Yeah, man, and I just keep touching all of these hands. And oh shit, fuck it. Little Johnny Eastside Boys, I just did a show with Big Sam, the gas can man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, and he looked at me and he pointed right in my fucking face and he said, "You're a fucking problem." I said, "What?" He said, "No, really, you're a fucking problem."
That's dope to hear it from somebody like that that's seen so much.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that
he's
was.
not
Dude,
just
I grew up listening to. I fucking Mud Park, Trillville. I opened up a show for Trillville. Yeah, it's crazy, man. People I grew up bumping, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit.
And then just 5 years being able to, you know, work with that many, you know, big names, and it's, you know, people that, like you said, we grew up listening to Cottonmouth Kings and shit like that. Like, that's all shit that we get to. That's the perks of being in this business. If we work really hard, we get to work with some of our idols. You know what I'm saying?
I got to meet DJ Paul. Yep, a little scrappy. Yeah. I've worked with Bohagen a lot. And I know a lot of people don't know Bohagen, but he's one of the original rappers from the country. Hobbleton, Georgia. Look it up. It's crazy. And he is solely responsible for not one, not two, but almost all 3 Crunk albums from Lil Jon Eastside Boys. He was a writer. He was a ghostwriter. He's even better a person. I love Mr. Bohagen. That's where Walk a Mile came from. That is an original Bohagen song that he allowed me to revamp.
Oh, that was a
blessing.
Yeah, I mean, we have to look at everything that we get in this business as a blessing, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't see it as a blessing. They see a lot of things as a nuisance, or, you know, another obstacle. Well, if you have another obstacle, that means you have another opportunity. Every
That's
obstacle is
true.
going to create another opportunity. So you got to get through that obstacle to get to that next opportunity, and you got to take everything as a blessing.
And it is.
Yeah, and so many people look over that. You know, it's just like the comfort zone thing I said earlier. You got to get out of your comfort zone sometimes to
Yeah.
grow. You got to think a
I
snake.
think that's the thing about me, man. I don't really have one. You can catch me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I got little white syndrome. You can catch me anywhere. Might be over here.
Right.
I might be over there. And either way, I mean, I'm going to fit in because I'd like that, I guess. I'm a nowhere kid, dude. There's a lot of us.
All that exposure and can't afford a decent microphone. I don't know who that's to. I'm guessing Zilla's
Probably
on his phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
So we're working off of a phone microphone, so it's probably a pretty expensive phone. I'm just saying. But
It's
then
all right.
again, you are a smart mouth, so I get it. I get it. I see what you're doing there, smart mouth. I get it. That's cool. That's cool. I ain't mad at you.
I don't make a bunch of money. I'm out here trying to get some money. That's what I got going on.
So people seem to think that all of us entertainers are just automatically rich. Even the ones that are making a lot of money, they're putting so much into their business that it's constantly revolving. So we'll get off that. There we go, J Devil. So okay, so I'm gonna get back to the questions. You know, so what's the craziest place that you've sat down and wrote a song or came up with the idea for a song or a project? It may be a whole album, whatever. What's the craziest like location?
Shit, I ride on the toilet all the time.
Well, that's not
And everybody
crazy.
smile and laugh at
I
that. I mean, it's true. I sit in the truck. I'm a truck rider.
I feel that for real.
Yeah. That's about it. I mean, I really ain't done nothing extra crazy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, on the John, in the truck, wherever it comes to me, really. Dude, a lot of my songs, it's going to be like, I feel like I'm a poet at heart because a lot of my songs start out as a Facebook status. I mean,
I feel that. I feel that for real because I now that I think about it, I never really thought about that. But yeah, there's been plenty of times where I go to put something up as a Facebook status and I'm like, hold on, that's a bar.
I'll keep writing on it, and then it gets too long to be a Facebook status, and I'll be like, well, fuck it, I'm save that in my notes.
Right. One of these days, somebody's going to go through all of our Facebook statuses and write an album with just Facebook statuses.
They can.
That'd be dope, actually. That would be
They
super
can.
dope.
I've been working my ass off, doing the best I can to show people the real me, because I mean, the only me and the real me. So I do a lot of networking on Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. I'm trying to build followings on some of them. I just started building a following really on the YouTube, and I learned that's a whole different world in itself. So
yeah, I'm starting to very slowly learn it, and it's a whole different world, a whole different ball game, a whole different set of algorithms that constantly change anyway. Oh, we got a question from Melissa S. We'll skip to her question.
ooh. Can I have more than one? My song Small Town means a lot to me. But the Problem Child poured directly out of my heart. Crash and Burn, man, that's real life, dude. It's real life. It's right there. Hard Times with Sydney Sticks. I came up with that that whole little concept jug right there, just off of what I had going on. So I mean, there's so many emotional tracks, different routes about me going in and out of juvie. Piece of Me is me and my struggle in my relationship. I mean, I have so many. Like, if it's slow and it's not crunk or evil sounding, it's me pouring my heart out. I hope that answers her question. It's so hard to pick one. Long Dark Road, that's a newer one that I put Sydney, Dub Deezy, and me on the back end of that, but I mean, I straight poured out on that one. That's really how I feel. And if I put it on record, it's really how I felt. or it's how I'm still feeling. So pray for me. Gotta say some shit. Gotta say some shit.
Yeah, I think we all can relate to that a little bit, at least a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So speaking of which,
Till We Meet Again is probably the most impactful song because I wrote it about my dead friends and how I'm the last one. And Ghost Town is really deep because I wrote it about my hometown and how I don't feel a part of it anymore, and it's all gone.
bro, I feel that on so many levels. Having my studio in my hometown and watching my hometown evolve, and I don't even want to say evolve because it ain't necessarily getting better. I'm not hating.
Yeah, mine's devolved.
They're messing up a lot of stuff, and it's not the same town I grew up in. Like,
I understand
it's
that.
just become something totally different, you know.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So with that question, thank you, Melissa, because that leads me into my next question. Have you ever had a song that almost didn't make it to make the cut, and then when you released it, people really gravitated to that one, and you didn't expect that?
Crash and Burn and Stage Lights. I hated the song. Hoochie Drill. I fucking hated the song. But I have my bros on there with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, people love the Hoochie Drill. It kind of like what embarrasses me because I try to be a good person, and they be sending me videos and shit with fucking the kids jumping up, down, and dancing and this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't know if that's for kids. You know, it was all a joke, really. You know, it was really a sheer proof of skill in front of the twins. We all came together to make a record, and we all made it happen. And at the time, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't keep up with Sham or TJ. I still don't feel like I can. They're monsters, dude. The Wonder Twins are monsters.
Yeah, I still to this day they're two of the most underrated. I can't even just say artists because they're more than artists. Like,
and a lot of people don't know they behind half of everybody's favorite rappers.
Yep.
Drum Dummy is a fucking movement.
Real talk.
If you ever hear that Chef Sham picking up the dope shit, that came from Shamu, a Drum Dummy. Yep. Like that, and it's everywhere.
Yep, I got a couple of the upcoming releases are actually some Sham beats.
Yeah, no doubt. I know.
In fact, I'm about to
like fans work with them a lot. I know Stormy. Most of Stormy's catalog is done by Sham. There's a lot of people that are very known and relevant that Sham's literally produced and engineered damn near all their shit.
Yep.
I can't help but put off my homie, man. He gave me my start, so I have to say that, dude. I'm legally obligated.
Well, that's the thing that people don't. That's what this show is for us to show those behind the scenes things that people don't realize how much impact, because they're not like mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And they're not like mainstream in country rap. They're not mainstream in this. They're not in the, in this limelight, but that doesn't mean that they're not making a huge impact on this genre and other genres, not just this genre, not just country rap. They've made major impacts in country rap, hip hop, backpack rap, metal. Like they've done so much with so much, and they're just phenomenal fucking artists. So big shout out to Sham and TJ.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Adam Albrook's, goddamn, we all know Adam, Dub 3030, man. He's worked with all of us at this point in time. Shout out Adam, man. Shit, I keep him on standby all the time. He calls and checks on me. He's like, bro, yo, you all right? Like, how's you know what I'm saying? I ain't done nothing in so long. He was worried about it. But I'm going to get back with it.
If any artists are watching right now that work with Dub 3030, you got to give him till like the 8th, I think. He is gone. It's a once-a-year vacation. Leave that man alone. Let him have his time because he's going to be slammed when he gets back. He hit me up today and he was like, you ain't been paying attention. I'm about to go on my real vacation. Sorry, bro, you won't hear from me.
Yeah, we went to Tybee Island in Savannah for our family vacation. It was good.
That's what's up. You gotta do it, bro. You gotta. That's one of the craziest things about this business too, is being able to, and the tattoo and body art business. You know, and
You got to take time.
you got to take that time away. You will get burnout. You'll get cranky. You'll start slipping on your job a little bit.
Bless my wife's heart, because I'm telling you, she catches it from the music side and the tattoo side. So I'm very
That's what I would say.
thankful for her.
The true MVPs in this business is our friends and families, because our friends and families take the biggest hit. They don't get time with us like they should. They got to deal with our crazy schedules that are constantly flipping and flopping all the time. Like,
right, what our moods.
It's like when the opportunity or the money is there, we've got to take it. So big shout out to our families and friends.
Chasing dreams is hard, dude. Chasing dreams hard, and we're dragging them right with us. You know what I'm saying? But I have support, you know. So I mean, at all costs, you know, as long as it don't affect nothing long term and shit, it's all a go for me.
Yes, sir. Shout out Jonathan on them double red X's. By the way, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet to Redneck Rave 2025, make sure you go get your tickets at redneckrave.com. Absolutely right now. Shout out Spencer's. What's up, Spencer's Drink Reviews and Chugs? What up, Big Sticks? So is there an artist? Actually, before I go there, I want to go back to this. Just speaking on country rap. Country rap has obviously grown as a genre very rapidly. Some would say the fastest growing genre in American history to build up this fast. Where do you see it going in the next 5 years? Just speaking on country rap, not hip hop or any other genres, just country rap as a subgenre or genre.
If we don't stop this bullshit beef, ain't nothing gonna go no fucking where.
There's a lot of beefs. I'm
just saying, man, it's not validating to get beat for clout, man. It's not validating anymore. It's old. We need to move on. I love each and every one of y'all. Whoever's saying this, and they're like throwing their nose up. Look, man, I try to keep it peaceful until it's a time for war. And I don't see nothing worth beefing on in this bullshit. Let's get this money, man. Let's get this money, man. Dude, I've shared stages and rooms with people I can't fucking stand.
Absolutely.
I've done
permanent body art. I've done permanent body art on people that we had beefs at those times, and I still gave them the best that I could give them because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it to be fighting all the time. Now, where I'm at in my life now, once you hit a certain point, you don't come back from that point anymore. I used to give
when I'm done, I'm done. I literally say I'm done and I'll walk away.
And that's the end of it.
That's it.
We got to talk about it. We just go. We just do it. I'll work, you work, we go.
But I mean, I love everybody, man. I want this genre to grow. I want to help this genre to grow. I mean, it's all about a hand up, not a hand out, man. I say that a lot. I got that from Dirty a long time ago when we used to do shows in Columbus. That was his thing. And that has served me well. I'm not chasing cloud name dropping all these people. I've literally been in the presence of these people. You don't believe me? Go ask them. They all know Zilla, baby.
He said they all know Zilla, baby. That is swag.
What trash motherfucker?
So, speaking of that, is there an artist in country rap that you aspire to work with? Somebody that you would really want to work with more than, actually give me three. It'd be easier to give you three in no particular order. It doesn't have to be in a particular order. Just three artists that you'd like to work with in just the country rap genre.
Well, we'll start off by giving you a group of said artists. Hard Target and Simple Man and all of them. I want to do a project with them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Trailer fire.
Dude, there's so many that is such a hard. That's so unfair. But I did my second or third show with Target and Big Buzz, and I like Target ever since. Just being honest, not being a fanboy, you know. But I'm just
No,
saying.
Target is
And
a very
Simple Man, dude,
eccentric.
he's a fucking monster. You don't know what he's gonna do, and I like that because it's scary.
It's provocative. It gets the people going.
Yeah, it interests me. Like, what else can we pull out of this guy? That dude sounded like fucking CeeLo Green on that one song, bro. Like, you know,
Real talk.
I'd like to get with the Latin Boys. I'd like to do a song with the Latin Boys, and it just because I grew up listening to them.
Absolutely.
I tried to do a song with Bubble, but you know what I'm saying, he took my money and ran, and I ain't seen him since, so oh well.
He said, "Skirt."
I love Sticks, you know what I'm saying? That's why I work with him so much and so close to him. I love Sticks, dude.
Yeah, but I want 3 artists that you haven't worked with, that you haven't made like a direct contact with, or at least just not made a song with yet. You haven't done a show with them or made a song with them. Who would be 3 that you would want to do? And it doesn't have to be a song or a show. It could be either one.
Rodney. Uncle Rodney.
Beast. The OG.
Yeah. Because who the fuck don't want to work with him? You know,
his fucking articulation and wordplay is insane.
I mean, all the big heads really, I really do have respect for them. You know,
I feel that.
Like if Big Hal asked me to come up to the studio and do a fucking record or EP or whatever the hell he does, I'm gonna get my ass up and I'm going. Not just because A-Cal said so, but because A-Cal said so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I mean,
absolutely. So speaking of
stupid not to, I'd be dumb.
And a lot of people want to talk about what they would do in certain situations, but you know, you got to be smart. This is a business, and this is, you know, an opportunity to work with somebody that you can learn from, because obviously they know something that we don't know if they're above us. So they figured something out that we don't know. I want to learn that. I want to be a
picking
sponge.
Pockets never got you anywhere, but picking brains, oh yeah, knowledge is power, baby. Knowledge is power.
So, okay, I said this earlier on a status, and I normally don't veer too much from the questions on here, but there's something that I wanted to add in from here on out on the Winning Wednesdays, is because I do interview a lot of artists and individuals in the business that I have worked with in the past or working with currently. So I want to get everybody's feedback on a WTMF Presents event. Like, you were just up here for WTMF Present or WTMF Fest. Like I said, with this one, we wanted to do something small. Everybody was a local other than Zilla. We brought Zilla all the way up. He came all the way up from Georgia just to do this show. It wasn't a big major show. We knew it wasn't going to be, but before I say anything about the show, I want, what was your experience? A true experience. And you had some friends with you. What was
there?
They're Amish.
Oh. Well, it's okay. They cool too, I guess. No, man, all the artists that you had there, man, they were really cool kids, man. I say kids, they really grown. I'm just a little older than them. But yeah, man, I enjoyed their company. I enjoyed meeting them. God damn, there was some talent under that roof right there. And the mighty crowd that was there, I mean, it was 100% support. They was giving me fucking art, fan art, all kind of shit. Like, it was such a beautiful thing. And but y'all told me, you said, you know, Ohio folks gonna treat you different. And I see exactly what you're saying.
Really do. Like,
and I took the time with every one of them that reached their hand out. You know what I'm saying? I took my time. I went and chat with them. I went and talked with them. I went and smoked with them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was a good experience, man, and I greatly appreciate you having me a part of that. Besides a long-ass ride, but we ain't going to talk about that.
And we appreciate, like, we really do appreciate you coming up here because we know this shit ain't, it ain't cheap to drive up here and all this. And with shows like this, you know how the budget goes. But for you to take your time away from your family and your work to come up here and then put on one hell of a show, like, y'all don't know, this is a very large man, just like me. And this dude, he moves, he gets crunk, like, and he's got a great stage presence, and that's something that I watch all artists at the shows. I watch how they interact with people and everything. And Zilla, speaking to the people, Zilla literally did. He talked to every single person that was there. He, might have shared a little smoky chokey with them, or he integrated with every single person there. And then the feedback I got from a lot of my people just meeting him, they were like, dude, he's big scary dude, but he's like the nicest guy ever. He was respectful, and then he got up there, and the dude really is an artist. You are an entertainer.
Yeah,
it's good to see that. He said, I'm from Georgia. Man, y'all Georgians, y'all are arrogant.
Man, look, man, I've learned in this business it pays to be nice. Even when I don't feel good, I try to give what I can to people, because they don't have to be there looking at my fat ass. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk, bro. Real talk.
So I mean, and I know that deep down in my soul. That's why I tell you, man, ain't nothing ever gonna change me. I'm still gonna be the same guy, man. And I don't like to get tempted and provoked. I do have a temper sometimes, but you ain't never gonna see it until it's too late. But it ain't gonna come to that, because when I go to a show, it's love. It's all love, man. I don't have haters.
That's what it's gotta be.
I don't fit the bracket for ops. If you opping against me, you just hating on yourself.
Real talk.
I'm just an everyday person.
And that's the thing with these shows. There's so many people that come to these shows and they look at us artists and look at these shows as that's their escape. They work all month long to come up with the money to be able to go out and buy drinks at the bar, get dinner, get a hotel room, come hang out with us, buy a ticket to the show. They depend on us to give them a positive experience every single time.
So when somebody wants something signed, somebody wants some dap, somebody wants a hug, somebody wants a picture, guess what? White trash motherfucker.
White trash motherfucker. Shout out J. Michael.
Yeah, I did it all the way home, dude. I did it all the way home. I don't know how I fucking missed that song, but when I heard it, dude, it stuck in my brain and I ain't let off of it since.
That's the one. When he sent me that hook, I was like, bro, thank you so much. That was the one. But speaking of fans and connecting with fans, what is the craziest or strangest or most valuable thing that a fan has ever given you? Besides
as of right now, a custom laser engraved Zippo lighter, brand new. Shout out Scuba Steve, Middleton, Ohio. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty neat, man. That bitch is gold, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
It is fire. I got to see it.
Yeah.
I didn't get one. I wanted a Zilla Gorilla lighter too.
Right. Well, maybe we get him for merch one day. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure that out. He does do that, so we'll see what he's got going on. I love the painting. I forget her name, but she brought me a little painting. Yeah. Wonderful lady. They were cool as hell, dude. I sat out there with them on the porch for a little while. They were really good people. They drove up from Kentucky, right? That was, I think, Kentucky.
I know they're not from around here, so but they're within a couple hours. They're not too far, but they make the trip every time, and it's
I definitely made sure to take time with them. They were really cool people.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and we've built such a family of people like that up here, and that's why, like I told you before you came up here, man, like these people really embrace the people that I endorse. If people up here, they trust my judgment. If I'm saying, hey, look, these guys are good, you should pay attention to them, my people pay attention, and then they reciprocate. Then they're like, now they got a new favorite artist.
Fucking Sluice was a whole motherfucker. Fucking Sloosh, man.
Sloosh fucking killed it.
And what was the other kid with the dreadlocks? I'm sorry, I forgot his name. That motherfucker killed it too. God damn.
Drewby. Yep, he's another big one up here.
Yeah.
Everybody, literally everybody. Rico Rels came in. He's like a local legend there, and he's just got that swag. You know what I'm saying? Like he's swagged out. With his cup of water.
There was not a bad act there, dude. Like I enjoyed the fucking show. Even though I was backstage most of the time with you, I still enjoyed it. It was very entertaining.
It was a very good show. And the venue was our first time using that venue. Shout out
that
to
venue
Legends.
Was solid, dude. That venue was
super
nice.
Clean. Yes, very nice. And then they got
inside and outside stage. And if you want to get some content or something, they have a bowling alley in that bitch. I almost shot one in there. I really did. I almost shot a video. If I would have had my team with me, I would have went ahead and shot it like a dark, you know what I'm saying, video with everything turned off. Shit, it looked eerie in there. That shit looked good.
Yeah, it's dope. Well, and then on the other side, you can go get some tacos because they got a Mexican restaurant built on it, and it's like an authentic Mexican restaurant. So shout out to Legends for letting us that. They at the end of the night, he was like, you know, hey man, this was awesome. He had never seen anything like that. You know, us bringing in the staging and doing all the extra stuff. He was like, that's
shout out to the vendors. They kept me in the clouds. Bless they fucking heart. The vendors. They kept me in the clouds.
Oh,
bless they heart. I don't want to say on that. You know, I don't say too much, but
Hilltop Smoke Shop. That's the name of the Hilltop Mobile Smoke Shop.
Amen. Praise Jesus.
You're going to be seeing them at a lot more events coming up in the area, anywhere in Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia. He just started this branch of this, and it was like a stationary. You know, he had a storefront, sold that, started doing this, and now he's just going to hit festivals and all this, and just keep building to bigger and bigger and bigger trailers.
He's a hustler. Very nice for a lot of years. Very nice people, very good products, man. That dude, it was top of the line.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to. I've got two more. One of them's going to be. I always ask everybody this: if you were to describe your music in 3 words, what would those 3 words be? Jason, I'll get back to you.
Sad, rage, and justified.
What was it again?
Saddened, raged, and justified.
That's a good description. I feel that. Knowing some, you know, not your whole catalog, but knowing some of your music and getting to know you a little bit. That's a good, very accurate description. Most people can't describe themselves accurately, I found, which is weird.
Well, I mean, I got the crunk side, you know, from down south, the SGB shout out, but I have this dark, deep, sad part of me too. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, and I see things differently from the world. And I like to put it down on pen and pad, and sometimes it makes it to record. But if it does make it to a record, it's because it was something I went through and I had to live through. And then I have my justified side. What I mean by this is what I did, why I did it, and what would come of it. But regardless, on all of it, I stood on it.
That's what's up.
You know, so I try to do the right thing. I try to be a good person. You know what I'm saying, and I try to mean well, no matter what I do. If it's turning the party up, or it's storytelling, or it's poem spoken word type dropping. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter.
As long as I've always wanted to go do that. Go to like one of those spoken word open mics and just do it.
Yeah, you have a lot of your singing songs. If you read it or you recited it, it would be just that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I think
sometimes you got to slow it down for people. You know.
Yeah, that ain't that the truth.
On this one song I did, I said I try to be a good person. I try to do the right thing. Sometimes I just leave myself open. Everybody takes their aim. I look them in the eyes. I tell them to fire. I'm the one to blame. You see what I'm saying? You see how deep that just went? Whoa, we went there. I just got chills. I'm pretty sure everybody else did too. You know?
Right.
Can't wear no disguise. Can't run and hide. It's a humbling thing.
Real talk.
So, I mean, I don't know.
We got Zilla on here spitting for y'all.
Well, I mean, that's part of crash and burn, but I mean, that's how deep it goes. And sometimes if you slow it down, I need to start doing that on my live shows too. I need to start connecting with the crowd a little bit better. Even though I do it well, I need to slow everything down. I need to stop the music, and I need to put this right in their face, and then I need to back it up with tune. You know what I'm saying? But I need people to hear this, because I know if I went through it, there's 10,000 other motherfuckers that went through it too. And some people need to hear the
greatest part that I've learned.
I've had people tell me that, I mean, I ain't gonna go that deep, but I know you've had emails too, and people tell you, bro, if it wasn't for this or if it wasn't for that type shit. And like, dude, that's what keeps me invested in this. If I can save one life, if I can reach out and touch one person and move them, it made every dollar, every bit of energy, every bit of worry, every bit of stress, every bit of bullshit, all worth it.
Absolutely. Dude, it's been so many times that I'll get to a point where I'm like, man, what am I even doing this for? And then I'll get one of those messages
every day.
It's like, I can never stop, because
I can't deny this. I did this.
Yep.
I'm something. I might not be nothing, but I'm something. And I ain't even got to be something to myself. It's just the fact that I'm not something to myself. I'm something to somebody else.
Real talk.
Because I'll never be arrogant like that. Because I mean, like you said, tattoo industry changes all that. We got different skin than other people. We're trained for this.
Yep. And we learn to get to know what, read a person in the first couple of minutes of meeting them, because of
I know how to be upset, yeah. And I know how to be upset and still perform my job and take care of what's necessary.
Absolutely.
Instead of just throwing my hands up and stomping off. I'm not childlike that. That's child shit.
Shit, I'm like that sometimes at the shop. I like dealing with it, and I'll just out the door. I get that, but in Columbus, Georgia, we can't be like that. And on top of that, I was really talking about the music stuff. Like I went through aggravation and stuff with the music shit, and I had to do what I had to do, regardless if it was acapella or not, type shit. I feel that.
It's kind of fun when you do acapella. It's risky. And I like it.
Oh. He said it's risky and I like it.
Yeah.
So if there's anything that you want people to take from you or your music or any type of advice, I'm not saying it to an artist or anything, just what would you want people to remember you by? What's your mark that you want to leave?
I'm real. I'm gonna put cap on it. I'm real, man. What you see is what you get. Y'all just spent where we at, and y'all just spent an hour with me. I'm the same person until I go in that dirt up under that grass, or wherever the fuck they put me. White trash, motherfucker.
Wherever we end up.
Wherever you end up, man. I'm an organ donor. I don't know. You might end up with my liver one day because I don't drink. Just don't get my lungs. You see what I'm saying?
It's him.
No, man, that's all love, man. And if anybody wants to ask me anything, and if anybody wants to do that, I control all of my social medias. It's me. It's not a bot. It's not a team. I don't have my sister, mother, brother, cousin running this shit. It's me. So if you got a question about any songs, or you want to reach out, or if you're having a bad time, my inbox is always open. And if I don't know what to tell you, I know somebody I can ask. We'll get you an answer some way. If you just want to talk, my inbox is open.
Absolutely.
If y'all want to
Same.
see me perform, I would love to come. Book me. Get me booked, please. I don't know promoters like that. I know Rich. That's about it. So, I mean, there's that.
That's a long drive each time. So if you,
Yeah,
especially if you're down south and you do know somebody that books shows,
yeah,
hit him
yeah.
up. He puts
Yeah, I
on a hell of
decided
a
as
show.
long as it's 5 hours away, I'll drive. Any longer than that, I'm getting on the fucking plane. I'm gonna fly far, far away on a plane. Straight up.
Sure.
Sure. I'm gonna slide up in a jet
All
plane.
right, brother. I appreciate you coming on for this Winning Wednesdays.
Yeah,
Y'all make
man.
sure you go follow him on all platforms. You can
Look,
see
man,
right.
y'all love one another, man, and let's stop this beef bullshit, please, man. I
Where's
really want
our
to
name?
continue with my career before I'm fully gray. Please. Love
Usually our
y'all.
names are right underneath of here, but our names aren't there. I don't know why.
It's all right, it don't matter. They're gonna figure it out regardless. And by it's all said
All
and
right,
done,
y'all.
they're gonna know anyway. So
Yes,
can't
sir.
mistake this handsome face. I might be a fat boy, but I'm a cute one.
All right,
Hell
y'all.
yeah.
This is Winning Wednesdays. Chop Easy will be back here in just a little bit with your country rap shit for tonight. It's going down.
Y'all know what the
Appreciate y'all.
fuck going on. Country rap shit, motherfucker. One trash motherfucker.
And we out. Did end, right? I don't know if it did.